You fool! You fell victim to one of the classic blunders. The most famous is never get involved in a land war in Asia, but only slightly less well known is this: never go in against
A tribble?
when death is on the line.
You know, when people say they don't believe in God, like, it just makes me wonder, like, how can you not believe in God? Like, the earth is literally spinning right now, and, like, we're not flying off of it. Like, we're literally the perfect distance from the sun to not burn, and from the moon to not be frozen. Like, that's intelligent as hell.
The Earth's rotation does not cause objects to fly off because gravity's force is greater than the forces created by the spinning motion. The outward force from Earth's rotation, also known as centrifugal force, is not strong enough to overcome gravity. The strength of the centrifugal force depends on where you are. It's greatest at the equator and zero at the Earth's poles. We can calculate how fast the Earth would need to spin to balance the force of gravity. This is known as the escape velocity. It works out at about 28,437 kilometers per hour, or 17,670 miles per hour. The Earth would have to spin once every 84 minutes to achieve that speed at the equator, or about 17 times faster than it actually spins. If you move away from the equator, the centrifugal force is lower, and you still wouldn't fly off into space, even at that speed. At the latitude of Swinton, for example, the Earth would need to rotate once every 52 minutes to throw the resident humans off into space. So you can forget about the fact that we are pulled to the Earth as being some kind of an example of the power of God. It's nothing more than an example of one of the fundamental forces of the universe, the force of gravity. And as for the idea that if we were any closer to the sun, we'd burn, and any closer to the moon, we'd freeze. Well, to that second one...
You serious?
The moon doesn't exude cold, my friend. But as far as any closer to the sun and we'd burn? Nope. We do get closer to the sun every year and further away. See, our distance to the sun is not fixed. It changes. The distance between the Earth and the sun varies during the year because of the planet's slightly elliptical orbit. At its closest approach, Earth is about 3 million miles closer to the sun than we are at its farthest point. As a result, sunlight is about 7% more intense when Earth is closest to the sun. And we could get much closer to the sun than that before it would be a significant problem. Because Earth inhabits what is called the Goldilocks zone. It's a pretty large area where any planet within that zone will be capable of supporting and sustaining life as we know it without the sun's radiation destroying it. And we aren't even the only planet in our solar system within the habitable zone. Mars is also within this zone. And there's only 8 planets in our solar system, so literally a quarter of them are the proper distance from the sun to support life. How much closer would we have to get before the sun kills us all? The Earth's average distance from the sun is 93 million miles. So the Earth's orbit could decrease by 4.5 million miles or increase by 34 million miles and still be in the habitable zone. So no, we aren't the exact perfect distance to keep from getting roasted by the sun. We could get millions of miles closer or tens of millions of miles farther away and still be pretty much fine. And again, the moon has nothing to do with cold. So yeah, the stellar mechanics of our planet and the solar system do not give any decent reason to believe in your God.